Well, this morning we're up at the start of the walk. It's alright, I'm talking to the video. The track up to Arenas Negras. I'm going to walk down to the other track with a burnt out tree and up past the place where Jamie fell and hurt his leg on the last walk that we did together. About an hour and a half. It's very hot up here, probably pushing 40 now, so short walk. Right, I'm now on the second track, the lower track. This is the one where Jamie fell about a couple of 100 metres further up this track and hurt his ankle, put him out of action for a while. But we'll see how it goes today. Well, that's just a quick reminder for Jamie. It's where he slipped down the side off that edge and twisted his ankle. We're nearly to the first turn off. We're going up the hill on the path. So I'm not going on the same route as we went. I'm doing a different route, but start and finish roughly the same place. Well, I'm taking the alternate route up the mountain today. I came down this one the other week. There are two ways. This is shorter, but not as pretty. But I've never walked up this one, so today we walk up this one. Lots of pine needles about. The barbecues on the mountains have been closed because of the fire risk now. The forecast for the end of the week is over 40 degrees C, so I can expect some restrictions on walks later in the month. It's a rapid climb up this path. You may not be able to see it, but up there it's steep, and that's where I've come from, down in the bottom. So I'll try and slow down my panning because I've decided it's not equipment that matters, it's what I do with the camera that counts. So try to be a bit better today. Well, this is the cost of shortening the walk up a mountain. A severely steep hill. It may not look like it on the video, but this is going up at 45 degrees, which is quite hard, but it is shorter. This must have been one of the original donkey tracks for trading. This is where they use the stone and rock on the path to give some footing to the donkeys. Right, I'm getting to the end of the shortcut. The serious steepness has disappeared. It's now fairly straightforward, but very pretty. As I said, lots of pine needles on the path, and the undergrowth beginning to grow across the path as well. And there we are, the end of the shortcut. I've just come up there. The other path, which is prettier but longer, goes down there. But I did that one a couple of weeks ago, so we are still, of course, climbing steeply. I have limited today's climb to less than 200 metres because it is rather hot. I've got up to the top of the track, which is down in that direction. You can see it starts a track there. This is now a footpath. This footpath goes all the way to Arenas Negras, and when I said not much of a climb, it's actually 240 metres the climb I'm doing today. It's more than I would have done if I'd have gone on one of the other routes. But never mind, keeps me fit. I've just crossed the forest's track and now onto the second side of this path to Arenas Negras. In about 400 or 500 metres I have the option of cutting the top off, which is what I always intended to do, but when I tried plotting it wouldn't plot, it wanted to go around Arenas Negras. But I do know you can walk across between the two paths, it's not very far and it's fairly open, so I shall probably take the shortcut. I mean, I've been going just under half an hour now and nearing the top of the walk. Well, this is the turn off point to shorten the walk. You can actually see it 10 metres over the other side. It's there. But I've only been walking half an hour, so I'm a quarter of an hour in front if I talk that down now. It's a matter of whether I feel I can manage another kilometre or so up the hill. And look, we are at the top, virtually, a bit more up there. Of course, although I thought this one was easy, we get to Montaneta from a much lower state than if I walked from San Jose. So in actual fact it's harder. But hey-oh. Well, as you can probably see, or you will see in a minute, I'm not going downhill, so I've decided to do the full walk and carry on up this path, which I'm starting to climb now, which goes up and round in that direction. I don't know whether you got that, the camera switched itself off, but I'm doing the longer walk. I'm now zigzagging up to Arenas Negras and Montaneta, so I will do the full climb and the full walk. Well, I'm now off piste. GPS showed another shortcut across here. Never been this way, but I thought I'd see if I could make this walk, and it looks as though the people have done it before me, so it's not too difficult. We'll see in a minute. Right, end of the shortcut came from over there, and this joins the track back down, so I'm now at the top of the walk. As you can see, 300 metres from Arenas Negras. So I'm starting the downhill. What I'm going to try and do is to send Jamie a message from my Garmin device for SOS and see if it's still working. It's an interesting set of rocks. You could even think they may have been built as an oven or something, but obviously quite natural. Oh well, go down the path. That's the track I'm going down, but the forest, and of course we've got lava field. We're still in the lava field of Montaneta, but as you can see, everything is quite beautiful. So a bit further, see how we go. When I came down here 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I was walking down back to the side of the church, St. Francisco Church, and through the lava field. I mentioned then that there was a short one short path, a nice wild path through the forest, but the undergrowth grew quite badly. My leg seems to be better now, so today I shall walk that one rather than this route. Well, car just gone past. Thought I'd check the time again, see how I was doing. Strangely, it's still 10 to 11. It's been 10 to 11 now. Now I've looked at my mobile to see the time for the last half hour. So it's a new watch that I got Frankie on Saturday. The battery's run out. So I'm not doing well with Frankie at present. Last time I walked down here, I came down that path and went down there. The path through the wood that I'm taking today is down here. I'll keep this in my hand for a short while until I find my way around this corner, which is not easy. In fact, I'm going to switch off. Right, I have now found my way onto the path, which is going downhill now. For the time being I can walk without a stick. It's not too bad underfoot. And we haven't got any low undergrowth. So you can see how pretty it is walking down these places. You do need a GPS system just in case you get lost, take a wrong turn. At least the GPS will allow you to get out. But it's fairly easy at present. It's now into more serious undergrowth, as you can see, crumbling across the path. My leg that had been, I'd had the damage on, is healed and has now got skin on, so I'm not so worried about going down these paths. I'll still take care of it, but as you can see, this is the part where you get neck ache, back ache, and have to watch where your feet are going. Yeah, if you're going downhill. There we are through that little stretch. It does keep on for quite a while, this stretch. But it is a pretty walk, and I'm going to switch off in a second and go back shooting my stick because it is getting steeper. I don't know how much of the last clip you got because it switched itself off and went into recovery mode. But we're now further down the track and still finding our way through this thick undergrowth and the branches across the track. Fortunately there isn't much in the way of brambles down here. Having said that, we've just come into a bramble patch, which can be a real pain on these tracks. Through that bit. Well, according to the GPS, I'm now something like 600 or 700 metres from the end. Half of that is in this kind of terrain and the rest is down the road or the forester's path. So 200 or 300 metres of this and we shall be finished. And out into the open. Ouch! For anyone wondering about what happens if there is an emergency down one of these tracks, I am carrying a satellite emergency beacon with me, if anything happens, I can send a message to the emergency services and they will have my position. So I wouldn't actually do these walks without an emergency beacon. It would be silly. There we are, coming to the very end of that bit of track. Ouch! And a massive thistle there growing. We've had trouble with them before. They tear your legs to shreds. Some more there. Right, I'm now out. Back to the yes. An interesting tree. Never noticed it before. 3 trees growing off one root. All of them are being burnt. Very different. Well, I'm now on the last 300 metres probably down to the bottom where I started from. It's been a fairly easy walk, apart from the fact that my watch stopped working. So I got a bit confused with time, but I think I'm well within my hour and a half limit. I can now hear the traffic, so I suppose we're back at the bus. And there we are. In front of us is the bus. So we've finished the walk, well within the time frame. This is all very pretty up here. I'm wondering how long it will be before we get fire restrictions, because they're forecasting over 48 degrees C this weekend, which will mean that fire risk goes through the roof. So they'll be closing some of the walks down.